y'all, it's your girl T, aka Scotty Robin, and today is New Year's Eve, bro. It's December 31st, and I just really want to just say I am happy to be alive. I am happy that I made it. God showed out for me this year, despite the pandemic, despite living with COVID-19. Not saying that I was affected by COVID-19, but I had friends that were around me that had tested positive. And no matter what, I was there, and I definitely made sure that I was checking up on them, because COVID-19 is something serious. And in the beginning, no one took it serious because of the stupid ass president that was in office at the time. But this isn't my soapbox about what was, what is. It's not. This is really a video about me telling you how good God has been this year. 2019 was so fucking hard. There's no way I can deny how hard that year was for me. I dealt with a lot. And being able to smile and be happy this year, that's the ultimate blessing. Everything that I thought was holding me back in 2019, what God did was he removed it from me. He put me in a better position to receive everything that was sent for me. I didn't expect to have my fibroids removed this year. Honestly, truly, I didn't. It really wasn't until my doctor called me and was like, your surgery is scheduled such and such. He did it, not me. Like, I'm a very shallow person. Having a scar, having a blemish, having anything like that is gonna freak me out, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God. But having this scar is nothing compared to how healthy I am today. Like, I am super fucking healthy, and I would take my health over any scar. Like, I would take my health over this scar any day. And I won't say any scar, I would say this scar. I gained weight this year. Like, being healthy has always been the ultimate goal for me, but I was standing in my own way when it came to having surgery because I'm shallow. I did not want this ugly scar, but you know what? I don't care to have it no more. Like, I just don't care. I turned 29 this year. I spent the last of my 20s kind of in a pandemic, but still going out like it was nothing. I still enjoyed this year. I went out, and I'm not talking about to the clubs, because that shit is unsanitary in COVID. Like, I don't judge, but keep that shit far away from me, bro, because I think you dirty. That's my opinion. I ain't say it was a fact. I still went out this year, but I really enjoyed myself by going out to restaurants, going out to small functions for my friends. That's how I was able to still have fun and still be able to live with COVID. I remember when the pandemic first happened and we started working from home in March. I was like, oh my God, like, I'll just wait to apply to this job when COVID is over. But once April came around and we had been in the house for 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks, that's when it hit me. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I grieved, and finally in April, everything hit me. I realized that I hated my job. I realized that I had unnecessary ties to people, unnecessary ties to my past, unnecessary friendships. Like, once I grieved, I saw everything, because from October up until April, I was distracting myself. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I stayed on social media all night, all day, every day, all night, just to try to distract myself from what I really needed to process. But I'm thankful that I got to a position where God sat me down and was like, we got to get this together. I got so much more for you, and I cannot allow you to keep being in this position, in this mental state. I need your spirit right. I need your mental right. And that's what happened. Where everything just turned up for me. Once I grieved, I went back to school. I got bored enough to go back to school. I went to Harvard. I took some classes. Anybody, because I felt as if I've always been around people where I've had to dim my light. So trying to tell them, yeah, bro, I got into Harvard. Like, I didn't think that would be something that people wanted to hear. And because I've always dimmed my light, it was nothing that I bragged about. It was nothing that I talked about. I didn't tell people that I'm now certified in contract reading because, again, I've dimmed my light so long for people that I don't even celebrate my achievements. But that shit stopped, okay? Because I got something for
every last one of them raggedy ass bitches.
Come 2021.
I'm for every last one of them raggedy ass bitches.
Dimming my light for anybody, not putting myself in a position to make anybody feel comfortable because they're intimidated or because they don't want to see me win. If you don't want to see me win, you don't need to be my friend. You don't need to be nowhere around because it's going to kill you every time I achieve. Every time you see me win, it's going to take you down. So I highly suggest you go ahead, cut them ties with me, sis. Cut them ties with me, bro. It's going up for me 2021. Before I jump ahead about how good 2021 is gonna be, I am still gonna tell you about 2020. I got a new job. I left a very toxic environment. I had surgery this year. I met someone this year. And like I stated in my blog, I'm happy. I'm at peace. This is the most peace I've had dealing with a man in a really, really long time. I don't have to worry about anything. I think every woman deserves to be in a relationship where they don't have to worry about nothing and that dude just has their back and that dude wants to make things easy for them. Every woman deserves it. And I know that that's something I'm getting. So I don't know how far we'll go. That's why I don't even I'm not even gonna go into details with that because who knows what can happen in 2021. But anyway, I met someone. I left a toxic ass job, bro. That job was so fucking toxic. And when I tell you, I struggled every day to wake up, to even log in my household. And that's when I realized that, you know what, this ain't for me no more. Despite the pandemic, despite COVID, I was applying to jobs. And it wasn't until July 27th that the job that I'm at now, I got hired at. I applied to this job July 27th, and I remember the last week, it was now like 2 weeks going into me losing my job. My friend, she texted me, she was like, hey girl, what's that job ID number that you applied to? And I was like, oh, it's this one. Come to find out, there were 4,000 applicants. So I had got lost in the way. She contacted her recruiter contacted her and said, we'll pull her application. Literally Tuesday, the next day, I got an email from the company and they were like, hey, we're calling you on Wednesday this time to talk about this position that you applied for, blah, 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 blah. Wednesday, I got my call, talked about the position. Thursday, I had my interview, my phone interview. Friday, I was hired as a underwriter for a mortgage company. Do you not hear what God was doing? I separated myself from the world's problems and stopped looking at the outside of what was going on of me in order to see what God was doing. God did so much in me this year. And once I was able to process it and see it and stop distracting myself and stop trying to be busy all the time, I saw everything that God sent for me. He sent me a new job. I left a very toxic situation. My manager was a pedophile. Person over the firm was a racist. I got paid not to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it because, bitch, that was some good money. Let's see. I had surgery. I went back to school. I'm healthy now. I'm so fucking healthy. I can eat anything I fucking want to. But everything that I hate, which is shitless, pig feet, pig ears, anything disgusting like that, I don't fuck with. But I'm able to just digest properly. I'm able to eat beef. Like, I'm able to do so much just because I finally stopped being shallow and I finally got my fibroids removed. That was the highlight of this year. If nothing good came out of 2020, me getting my health back is what happened. And I am thankful. Like, I am so thankful to be healthy. I am so thankful to be sitting here talking to you about this because I know so many people have been looking at me and watching me since everything happened in 2019. But I can tell y'all I'm good. I'm so happy. I'm thankful for the prayers. I'm thankful that a lot of you respected my boundaries and didn't reach out to me like you wanted to, because you know we don't have that relationship like that. I'm thankful for those that did not judge me, but for the ones who tried to tell me how I needed to grieve, what I needed to do to grieve, and did not ever go through that situation. I honestly hope that you do not ever have to walk in the shoes that I walked through, because you're gonna fold like a pretzel. It is what it is. That's not me wishing bad on you, bro. I don't want you to think that, but you are, because your mouth is too big and you talk too much. And for some reason, every time people talk about things that they never been through, they foot always end up in their mouth. And I've seen it. I've seen it happen. Trust me. But moving on, despite the good that happened this year, I definitely saw the ugly in people. Some of y'all actually showed me in so many ways how y'all feel about me, and I cannot fault you. I won't ever talk bad about you. I'm actually thankful that you showed me that, because April was the month where I realized that I had so many connections that no longer meant anything. I had friends that I was still friends with that reminded me of my old self. I had friends that weren't doing things, and their lazy spirit was trying to trickle its way into my life. And I've always been a person that moved with purpose. Anything that I do is gonna be for a purpose. It's not gonna be for like no bullshit. So being in a position where I had to walk away from friends, and I had to actually realize who was around me, it helped me, because I upped my therapy sessions this year. Being in a place of healing, you are going to open up your eyes, and you're going to see everything around you, regardless of if it's family, regardless of if it's friends. You're going to see people for who they are. And you cannot change people. You cannot change people. Only people who want the best for themselves are the people who are willing to change. You cannot force a man to change for you. Not force anyone to care about you, love you, no nothing. You have to see that shit for what it is. But I have a lip chat break, so hold on, okay? All right, I feel better now, because I kept looking at myself. I was like, fuck, man. All right, but anyway, I'm real, and that's what y'all gonna always get. You gonna always hear me keep it real. You gonna always know that I'm gonna keep it real every time you open up any vlog or read any blog of mine. I have nothing to hide. The only people who want me to hide things are the people who was involved in making this year hard for me. I saw ugly in friends. I saw ugly in friendships that I thought were super solid. I saw ugly in family, especially family. Like, I'm gonna address this. To those who had to be convinced to come to the hospital to visit me, to those who acted an ass behind me having to GoFundMe, I think that it is best that whatever issues that you have within yourself that causes you to show ugly towards me, I think it's really best for us not to even like have a tie with or a connection with each other, because as a family member, no one should have convinced you to be there for me when I have always shown up for you no matter what. You won't see me around that much no more. I gotta be in a healthy state. I have to be around healthy people, and a lot of you all have been toxic. And I'm not just talking about my family, I'm talking about friends. There should have never been no reason how and why I have friends that live literally in walking distance when I had surgery were the last people who even asked me if I was okay. Like, they didn't even ask me if I was okay. And I've seen people get ugly in 2019, but I really saw y'all get uglier in 2020. The only thing I can tell you is I wish you the best. In 2021, I hope that everything that you want in life, everything that has held you back, that keeps you talking about me or keep you upset at me or keep you intimidated by me, you figure that shit out, because that is a you problem. And with that being said, I'm done with 2020, and I hope you are too. There is no reason for you to look back and talk about anything that happened this year, because every year and every day, God is renewing something in you. God removed a lot from me this year. He removed everything that was gonna weigh me down in 2021, regardless of if it was friends, family, like, you know, the friends, family thing. He removed it, and I cannot say that I miss it. I cannot say that I miss any relationship that was lost this year. The attachment that was unattached and broken this year, it needed to happen. I don't do nothing but wish everybody well. I wish you all a safe new year. I hope that you all are safe, and please stay COVID free. And with that being said, I'm out.